Hello and welcome to episode 48 of Ghostgalknits podcast. I'm Ghost, also known as Sarah. So, got a couple admin things. First off, I am keeping the Etsy store, even though I said last podcast I had to actually go back and re-watch it for reasons that I was going to move on to a different website. But in all honesty, I could not find a different website. I looked at a bunch of websites and none of them would give me info on, do they take sales tax out? That is one area of the tax revenue? Tax annoyance. There it is. Tax annoyance that I do not want to get a part of. Mostly because if you do it wrong, yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. So, that was one area I do not wish to get a part of. One second. And as most of you know, I don't edit, so water breaks will be included. But I do really have a nice, cute water bottle. So, where have I been? So, when I recorded the last podcast a couple of months ago, I was planning to record about 3 more, but I went ham on my Christmas gifts and attempt to get them done for December 1st, so I would not have to worry about them when I started my Advent stuff, which unfortunately my Advent stuff is not done yet. I don't think I'm going to get an Advent calendar next year, but next time I do, I'm going to go with Homespun House because they put yarn labels on their little on the little minis. And that's going to be so much nicer this year. I actually just so happened to... The one I went with, it gave you boxes with the yarn name on the inside, which I must say I was not too happy with. I really would have loved a yarn label on the yarn itself. But it's Dyer's choice on what they do. And then about a week or so before Christmas, I pulled my lower back. So I was basically on not doing a whole lot here now, are we? And then last Thursday, I pulled my lower back again. I was being stupid. You'll notice that I have actually removed one of my baskets because that's what caused me to pull my lower back. And it's like, I'm getting tired of moving this thing when I'm not working on the project in it. So that got put into the other room, which I had to go in and clean up again. Oh, and per normal, I've got my streamer nose going, which means it's clogged. We know how this goes. Yep. If you've been around for the past 48 episodes, you know how this goes. So, paying no mind to the sniffling. It's just my nose being a pain. That's all. Okay, so you're only going to be seeing 3 new big projects this year, which are coincidentally all blankets. One blanket is going to be for my brother. Another blanket is for my dad. And then the third blanket is for the Marshfield Fair. I'm hopefully going to be participating in it this year. Keyword on hopefully. And no guarantee. I'm going to be doing the Vstitch blanket. I think, did I show that? Oh. I know I definitely showed the yarn on a loom. But I don't know if I showed it once it became a Vstitch blanket. I probably did. You know what? I probably did and said something like, the ends are actually woven in for once. When I'm showing this. I haven't even. Yeah, I think I did say something like that. So that would have been before all the colorfuls. I did that one a couple of years ago. Oh shoot, that's been a couple of years. Okay. So put my ribbon back. I'm thinking that I probably completed it. Ah, here it is. Vstitch blanket. So that was completed. So that was in episode 32. For anyone that wants to go see what that blanket is, it's in episode 32. I'm assuming I showed it. So hopefully I did. If I didn't, feel free to come back and tell me I didn't show it. It's all, either way is helpful. Okay. But I'm basically doing that same pattern. And I actually enjoyed that pattern with the right yarn. Just different color. And it's only gonna cost me about 40 bucks. Or if I get lucky, a sale plus a sale or coupons, and it'll cost me a bit less. Plus, I think I have a fee. I think it's like a $5 entry fee. I know, entry fees. You think. Okay, so my plans for this year is to complete all my works in progress to some extent. Because next year I want to start going through I want to start going through my pattern books and just doing a year of pattern book and just do pattern books with small projects in between, like mittens, mittens, shawls. Don't mind any bleeps or blops, or if you hear the TV, my dad's watching TV, which I can hear quite well. So there is that. Granny squares, because that blanket's had some done, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Scarves, if I can get it done in a week, within like a week's time, so 7 days, if I can do it in 7 days out of a month, I'll put it into the project list, but the main projects will be in the pattern books, will be coming out of pattern books, because that will probably take me a year. Yeah, that would most likely take me a year. And I've actually gotten more pattern books. I've gotten a Harry Potter, a Preemie, which whatever patterns, which when I make stuff for that, out of that, those will probably go to South Shore Hospital. I would just have to work out who do I get a hold of. My cousin Chris's wife, Becky, I think she's working there still. I don't know, but she's got some stuff going on in her life, so I don't know if she still has her job there at the moment. So, but if I ever get around to getting those done, and if she's still working then at the hospital, I can bug her and see if she can tell me, or I'll just get a hold of some, or I'll just find some, or I'll just go to hospital and ask. One to two. But those are for next year. This year's plans are get through all my whips, because I've got two Rubbermaid bins. The roughneck ones. Did you know those are being made again? And you can get them at Target. Anyways. So I got two bins. I've got one that's long-term projects, which is, go figure, blankets. And then the top one is mostly scarves. So I have plans. So like I said in the admin, I ended up staying with Etsy because, one, I don't have to pay a premium every month. Two, even though they have hidden fees, it's not as bad as some of the normal fees of places. Three, I know for a fact they take out sales tax, and that is a big thing with me. I want a site that I know for a fact takes sales tax out, because if you make over $500, we'll just put that as the baseline. I think they upped it to $600 now, but 500 is a good baseline. But if you make over that, you have to pay taxes. You have to pay in. And part of that is, depending on where you shipped, you have to pay that state the sales tax they are owed, which is why I go with sites generally that take sales tax out at the checkout process, so I don't have to do it. It is one of those the sales tax laws are insanity. Let me put it that way. Okay, next, since we're sticking with Etsy, old items will be 50% off, and I will only be shipping to the US now. I'm sorry, anyone that's in the European Union, but until Etsy comes out with a tool to make shipping to you guys a lot easier, like, let's say, I don't know, a database of what everything needs now on the label. But unfortunately, I'll only be shipping it within the US now, also because the price of postage has gone up, along with the cost of, and along with the timeline. It's no, my processing will still be 1 to 2 business days unless a custom order, which we do accept on the website. So if you want to put in a custom order, you're more than welcome to. Just if I have the yarn in stock and my looms are empty, I can get your order done within a couple of days. But actually, I'm still considering buying a second set of round looms just for custom orders. Knowing me, I'll probably put more things on them than I should. Anyways. So, but if I don't have the yarn in stock, it might take me a little longer because I may need to order yarn in if I cannot get it at Michael's or Joann's anywhere near me. Or if you want a very specific yarn that is available, let's say from only Knit Picks, Hirschner's, stuff like that. So, now on to our favorite section, works in progress. I only have 4 items to show you and 2 to talk about. So not my normal not my normal works in progress load, but it's only midweek as well. So there is that. 1 second. Okay. Water. Check. Water is helpful, especially when you talk a lot during a podcast. Alrighty. First works in progress is my mittens. So if the last time these were shown, don't mind me, there's going to be a lot of flipping about. Last time I showed the mittens was... Good lord, when did I show these last? That mitten. Yeah, I say that's a mitten. So the last time I know for a fact they were shown was, or talked about, was episode 43. So that was just over the summer. I think I had started them, and I think I had complaints. Know what? Knowing me, I definitely had complaints. So I have since frogged what I had because I did not like the transfer. So I did not like the ribbing to the actual hand bit. And I know someone who knows way more about Mintons will probably correct me, but I did not like it because I had to go in and throw in increases, and I did not like how it looked. It did not look nice to me. It had holes where I had to put the increases. I did not like that. So I decided, among a couple other projects, to frog it out. And I'm going to go by how many stitches they say to put. So instead of going by inches, I'm going to go by rows. Mostly because I had to do that with my mom's sweater as well, which refer back to whenever I did that. That was another I did not like how it turned out, because when you go by inches, they're assuming your gauge is the same as theirs, but when you go by rows, I find you get a much more accurate piece. So I'm going by rows, and this is what I have so far. Turning out quite good, and I got plenty of yarn. This is leftover. So this yarn is left over from this bag, which is holding yarn. For me, I do plan to make some more of those bags. I think I have, that's one of the I got a couple of patterns I need to buy for, I think I might work on this, or I'll do something else. Next, we have Mom's basket. So I'm making Mom a square basket. This is the only time I leave the hook with the project. This is the only time. So this is coming along quite good. Yep. As you can tell, my gauge was completely crazy because I'm not a fan of doing these. I have one more I'm going to be making Mom, and if she asks for a third one, well, I'm basically telling her she's learning to crochet if she wants it that badly. So, and you're saying, wait, isn't that the same color as yours? It's very similar in color, but not a spot on color. It's very similar. Doo-doo-doo. Some days you just gotta rewrap it. Stay. See, next on the list is, I don't think guys need that. You can hang out right there. Next on the list is my sweater, which is coming along great. Slow, but it's coming along a little slower than originally, mostly because this is the second time I'm making it. So it's a little slower. But once I get a rhythm going, I can get a couple, I will go. It's just getting the rhythm going again. But this is what it looks like. And this is folded in half right now. So, that's going to need a good proper wash. So this is what it's looking like. This is going to be more than big enough for me. That's going to be actually, plus once I have the ribbing on, it should fit me just right with a little extra room. And then the last thing I have to show is, come on. Right. This will help. So this is the key to my temperature blanket. Down here, you can barely see it. It is cream. So, yeah. I doubt I'll need the -10 and lower for the daytime temp. That's all I'm doing. But I figured I might as well add it in just in case we get. Okay, that's okay. Sorry, I'm just hearing the Bee Gees coming over my coming from the TV into here. So if you hear that, YouTube, don't hate me, please. So this is what I got so far. This is going to be a queen-sized blanket when it's done. Hopefully. So this is what I have so far. The cream's the start of the month. And as you can probably guess, we've got greens, blues, greens, blue, green, blue, blue. The temperatures have been a little crazy. Like I said, they've been a little crazy. Like a lot crazy. I also got a new yarn bowl. It's aluminum. And it says, life happens. Yarn helps. There we go. There. And it has a crochet hook on that side. And a mixture of crochet hooks and knitting needles over there. I like it. Okay. So, stuff we need. So I got another few blocks done on the ice cream sandwich Afghan. That's the one that uses the really cute baby yarn. It's been featured quite a few times. And me always wondering, why do I need 2 balls? I swear I don't need 2 balls. But yeah. And the granny squares, I have almost all the granny squares I have made within the last I want to say Last couple of years, almost all of them are lined and just about ready to start being sewn together. And for finished objects, I've made a pumpkin pie, which I did talk about in the last podcast that I was going yarn shopping for the crust color, which is this one right here. This was a very nice crust color. This I had to buy for, I think, the candy corn. So I just used this color for the pumpkin. Yeah, I think that was the only color I had to buy for the pie. Everything else I had on hand. I also made a Santa. I'm hoping to get these pictures up by Sunday when I upload this. Today is Wednesday the 12th. So, and I made a Christmas soap bottle apron for my mom, which has yet to get on the soap bottle, which has yet to be refilled. That type of deal. So, those are basically everything. I'm hoping to get back to a regular podcast schedule. I'm hoping, no guarantee, but I am hoping to get back to a regular podcast. Theoretically, next podcast should be the 26th. Hopefully you guys will see one out of me
that day, or by the 30th. So we shall see. Until next time, have a good life and happy crafting.